So, anyone else around here who's hot for teacher? Because I know I am. Hello, everybody. It is I, your favorite friendly neighborhood INFP. We're going to be talking about my second favorite type. If you've been around my channel, you would know that this is my second favorite type, and this is, of course, the INFP with the ENFJ, and this is going to be one of the other opposites attract types out there, but this time it's the inverse of functions rather than the flip of functions, which would be the ESTJ that I already talked about. With the ENFJ and the INFP, they're going to be some will agree and some will disagree, but I know a lot of ENFJs and INFPs that love this pairing. They consider this to be probably one of the highest golden pairings of the types out there due to the fact of how the other helps the other. It's a definitely more of a yin and yang than probably any other type out there because of the balance that they bring in each other, because the ENFJ is going to bring out and like the INFP's like help the INFP figure out their emotions and like be able to like say their emotions, and the INFP is going to help the ENFJ figure themselves out. And the ENFJ, they are typically, the people who are considered like teachers, cult leaders, and leaders in general, charismatic leaders in general, who typically want to, in this case, want to see the best for the relationship. And so they are going to be helping out the INFP realize their dreams in the best way possible while teaching them how to get to the area that they want to get to, and not just do it for them, because that's not what they're about. That would be more what the ESFJ would do for the INFP, whereas the ENFJ is one to teach the INFP to get to the area where the INFP wants to go. They are going to be the INFP's cheerleader, the INFP's life coach, the one that's going to help break the INFP out of their shell. They're going to be the ones who essentially help guide the INFP through various problems that they may be going through, much like the INFJ was and or would be. And they are going to, of course, be, kind of interested in like trying the spicier things in life. And by spicier things in life, I mean like things that like are almost hedonistic in nature, because they enjoy being active and fast and like that part of things, but they also enjoy watching people grow. And so their main goal is to watch the INFP grow and say, if the INFP wants to lose weight, boom, the ENFJ will help guide them in that. If the INFP is looking to grow in another way, boom, the ENFJ is going to help guide the INFP in that, in a very, of course, loving way, because this is going to be one of those relationship where the understanding of each other, despite the flip of like the inverse of functions, is going to offer a lot of growth potential for each type. Because with the on the ENFJ side, what the INFP is going to do is they're going to help, help them internalize a lot of things. They're going to help them realize some things about themselves that they didn't even think about before. It's going to help them slow down on certain aspects. It's going to help them like be more comfortable. It's going to help them not have to worry about certain things. It's going to help guide them into focusing more on the self and not trying to please everybody around them, whereas the ENFJ is going to be more focused on helping the INFP like be more out there and like part of the group. But the INFP is also going to show that the ENFJ, that sometimes it is okay to take care of yourself and sometimes you need to take care of yourself. And they're going to be this just kind of like orbiting couple around each other, like that is attracted to each other like magnets, yin and yang, gravitational pull. It tends to happen with this type, and this type is going to be typically very sweet and understanding with each other. And it's going to be one of those things where reaching for the stars is going to be very, very possible, because both of them are going to reach for the stars and they're going to try and figure out how to reach for the stars. It is one of those types where if the INFP feels a little lost and doesn't know what to do, the ENFJ is like, okay, well, have you considered it doing this way? Have you considered it doing this way? Okay, I see all your plans. I'm going to take all your plans and I'm going to help you maximize them to the best of your ability, and I'm going to show you the path that you need to go on so that you can reach the highest heights that you can possibly be at. Meanwhile, the INFP is going to be like, okay, I see that you're trying to please everybody, but you can't please everybody. You need to kind of like slow down and look at yourself and like be yourself and like learn that sometimes it is okay to not want to be around as many people as you do, and to try and please as many people as you do, and to focus on yourself and your self-love and your self-worth and all of that first, rather than trying to like focus on everything around you first. This is also going to be one of those couples where they will have a lot of deeper conversations, a lot of potentially emotionally charged conversations, and not in like the bad way, but like in the way that like releases stress type of way. Those kinds of emotionally charged situations where stress is relieved and you feel better the next day, or you feel better like within the few hours, depending on what time of day you've had these conversations. And it's going to be just like a very open and understanding and loving relationship where each is trying to figure out the best way that the other can grow to the best of their capabilities. And one is going to, of course, be at one spot and the other's going to be at one spot. Like one's going to understand one thing and the other's going to understand the other thing, and they bring it together. Normally when you think they clash, no, they apparently come together really well. And this is one of those things where the openness and understanding of each other is going to come together like what's a good combo? Sprite and fruit punch. Sure, let's go with that. And they are, it's going to be a very loving couple. And of course, this is going to be one of those couples where the ENFJ is going to know exactly how to guide the INFP without the INFP necessarily knowing it. And the INFP is going to help the ENFJ come to terms with certain things without the ENFJ potentially knowing it, although most of the time the other will know kind of what the other is doing. But the point is, growth and maximum growth of the self is the goal of the game in this couple, which a lot of INFPs are looking for and a lot of ENFJs look for. So that's why it's one of the most popular pairings out there, because it is one of growth and exponential growth at that if you have a good relationship going. Just with how they help each other and how they learn off of each other and how they feed off of each other, it is definitely one of the highest growth relationships out there. Is it the highest? Yeah, that's debatable, but that will be talking about my first favorite subject, which is going to be next. So until next time, bye.